What if becoming rich is not about finding one secret investment, but about climbing 6 different levels? Most people want the final result. They want the expensive car, the beautiful house, the freedom, the respect. But they don't understand the levels they have to pass through before they get there. And that's why so many people make money but never become wealthy. They earn more, then spend more. They get a better job, then upgrade their lifestyle. They receive more money but somehow remain trapped in the same financial position. The truth is simple. You don't become financially free by looking rich. You become financially free by changing the way you think, earn, save, and use money. Today, we're going through 6 levels of money. Level 1 is survival. Level 2 is illusion. Level 3 is awakening. Level 4 is leverage. Level 5 is dominance. And level 6 is untouchable. You don't need to reach the final level tomorrow. You only need to understand where you are today and what you need to do to reach the next level. Because your financial life can change completely when you stop asking, "How can I look richer?" and start asking, "What can I build that makes me stronger tomorrow?" Let's begin. What if becoming rich is not about finding one secret investment, but about climbing 6 different levels? Most people want the final result. They want the expensive car, the beautiful house, the freedom, the respect. But they don't understand the levels they have to pass through before they get there. And that's why so many people make money but never become wealthy. They earn more, then spend more. They get a better job, then upgrade their lifestyle. They receive more money but somehow remain trapped in the same financial position. The truth is simple. You don't become financially free by looking rich. You become financially free by changing the way you think, earn, save, and use money. Today, we're going through 6 levels of money. Level 1 is survival. Level 2 is illusion. Level 3 is awakening. Level 4 is leverage. Level 5 is dominance. And level 6 is untouchable. You don't need to reach the final level tomorrow. You only need to understand where you are today and what you need to do to reach the next level. Because your financial life can change completely when you stop asking, "How can I look richer?" and start asking, "What can I build that makes me stronger tomorrow?" Let's begin. Level 1 is called the survival stage. This is where your financial journey begins. At this level, you work hard, earn money, pay your bills, and somehow the money disappears before the month is over. You may have a job, but you don't have financial security. One unexpected expense can completely destroy your budget. A broken phone. A family emergency. A medical bill. A sudden loss of income. And suddenly, you're back to zero. But listen carefully. There is nothing embarrassing about being at level 1. Everyone has to start somewhere. Your goal at this stage is not to look rich. Your goal is to become stable. Start by understanding where your money goes. Know exactly how much you earn. Know exactly how much you spend. And most importantly, know how much you keep. Stop spending money just to impress people. Stop buying things because everyone else has them. Instead, build a small emergency fund. Reduce unnecessary expenses. And start investing in something even more valuable than money, your skills. Learn skills that can increase your income. Learn communication. Learn sales. Learn technology. Learn a profession. Learn something that people are willing to pay for. Because when your skills become more valuable, your income can become more valuable too. Remember this. You don't escape poverty by looking rich. You escape financial struggle by becoming financially stronger. Level 1 is not your destination. It is your foundation. And if you build that foundation correctly, you can start climbing to the next level. Level 2 is the illusion stage. This is one of the most dangerous levels because you finally start making more money. You get a better job. Your income increases. You buy better clothes. Maybe you get a new phone. Maybe you buy a better car. People start looking at you differently. And you begin thinking, I'm finally successful. But are you? There is a huge difference between looking rich and actually being wealthy. Someone can drive an expensive car and have thousands of dollars in debt. Someone else can drive an old car while quietly building savings and investments. The outside doesn't always show the truth. This is the illusion of wealth. You increase your income, but you also increase your lifestyle. You earn more. You spend more. You upgrade everything. And somehow, you're still financially trapped. So when your income increases, don't immediately increase your lifestyle. Increase your savings first. Increase your investments. Increase your skills. Increase your knowledge. The question isn't, how much can I afford to spend? The better question is, how much can I afford to keep? Because the money you keep can become the money that builds your future. Don't try to impress people who don't pay your bills. Don't destroy your future just to look successful today. Real wealth is often quiet. You don't need everyone to know how much money you have. You need your money to work for you. And once you understand that, you are ready for level 3. Level 3 is the awakening stage. This is where your mindset about money completely changes. You finally realize that money is not only something you spend. Money can become a tool. You begin learning about saving. You begin learning about investing. You begin learning about businesses, assets, and compounding. And suddenly, you understand something powerful. Your money doesn't always have to sit still. When money is invested wisely and given enough time, growth can build upon growth. But this level is not about getting rich overnight. It is about becoming financially intelligent. You stop chasing every trend. You stop believing every person who promises easy money. You start asking questions. Where is the money going? What am I investing in? What is the risk? What is my long-term goal? You understand that wealth is usually built through patience and consistency. One good decision may not change your life, but thousands of good decisions can. So start building habits. Save regularly. Learn continuously. Invest carefully. Avoid unnecessary debt. And protect yourself from scams and unrealistic promises. Most importantly, stop looking for shortcuts. Your greatest asset at this stage is not your bank account. It is your knowledge. Because once you understand how money works, your relationship with money changes forever. You stop being controlled by money. You start controlling your decisions. And that is when the real journey begins. Level 4 is the leverage stage. At this level, you stop asking only one question. How can I work harder? Instead, you start asking, how can I make my effort more powerful? That is the power of leverage. Your skills can create leverage. Technology can create leverage. A business can create leverage. A team can create leverage. Content can create leverage. And capital can create leverage. Think about it. If you work 1 hour and get paid for 1 hour, your income is directly connected to your time. But what if you create something once and it continues providing value again and again? Now your effort has leverage. This could be a business, a digital product, a YouTube channel, a useful service, a software product, or a long-term investment. The goal is to stop depending only on your physical time. But remember, leverage does not mean taking stupid risks. It doesn't mean borrowing huge amounts of money and hoping everything works. Smart leverage means using your skills, technology, systems, and resources to multiply your results. Start small. Build something useful. Make it better. Create systems. Learn how to reach more people. And keep improving. Because your time is limited. You only have 24 hours in a day. You cannot create more time, but you can create better systems. And those systems can help your effort go much further. That is what level 4 is about. Work smarter, build smarter, and create something that can grow beyond your personal hours. Level 5 is the dominant stage. This is where your financial life starts becoming powerful. You have developed valuable skills. You have built assets. You understand money. You may have more than one source of income. And most importantly, you have options. You don't panic when one opportunity disappears. You don't depend completely on one paycheck. You don't accept every offer because you're desperate for money. You can say no. And financial freedom gives you something extremely valuable. Choice. You can choose where to work, who to work with, what opportunities to accept, and what opportunities to reject. But this level comes with a warning. The more you build, the more carefully you must protect it. Don't become arrogant. Don't start wasting money just because you can afford it. Don't take unnecessary risks because you think you are invincible. A strong financial position can disappear if your habits become weak. So continue learning. Control your spending. Protect your assets. Think long term. And don't let lifestyle inflation destroy your progress. Remember, making money is one skill. Keeping money is another. Growing money is another. And protecting money is another. True financial strength comes when you can do all four. At level 5, money is no longer just about survival. It becomes a tool that gives you freedom. But there is still one final level. The level where money stops being the main goal. Level 6 is the untouchable stage. And this level is not simply about having a huge bank account. It is about freedom. Imagine waking up without the constant fear of money. You can choose how you spend your time. You can help your family. You can support people who need help. You can build something meaningful. You can walk away from situations that destroy your peace. That is real wealth. At this level, money becomes a tool. It no longer controls your identity. You don't need to prove yourself with expensive clothes. You don't need to show everyone your car. You don't need strangers to know how much you have. Your greatest luxury becomes freedom. Freedom of time. Freedom of choice. Freedom from constant financial pressure. But remember something important. You don't need millions of dollars to start thinking like someone who values financial freedom. You can start today. Spend less than you earn. Save consistently. Build valuable skills. Avoid destructive debt. Invest responsibly. Think long term. And protect your peace. Because the ultimate goal of wealth was never simply to own more things. The ultimate goal was to gain more control over your life. Money should serve your life. Your life should not serve money. And when you finally understand that, you begin to see wealth differently. You are no longer chasing money just to impress people. You are building money to create freedom. That is the real meaning of level 6. Now I want you to ask yourself one honest question. Which level are you on? Are you still fighting just to survive? Are you earning more but spending everything? Have you started understanding how money works? Are you building assets and leverage? Are you creating multiple sources of income? Or are you already building real financial freedom? Don't compare yourself with someone else. Your journey is different. Maybe someone started with wealthy parents. Maybe someone had opportunities you never had. Maybe someone had advantages you didn't have. It doesn't matter. What matters is where you go from here. If you're at level 1, build stability. If you're at level 2, control your lifestyle. If you're at level 3, increase your financial knowledge. If you're at level 4, build leverage. If you're at level 5, protect your wealth. And if you're approaching level 6, focus on freedom. You don't need to jump 6 levels in 1 year. You only need to move forward. One step. One skill. One better decision. One better habit. One smart move at a time. Never feel ashamed of your starting point. The person who starts with nothing and refuses to quit can eventually become stronger than the person who started with everything. Your current financial level is not your identity. It is simply your current position. And your position can change. The question is, are you willing to climb? There is one mindset shift that can completely change your financial future. Stop asking, how can I get rich quickly? Start asking, how can I become more valuable? Because valuable people solve valuable problems. If you can solve a problem that millions of people have, you have created value. Learn a difficult skill. Improve your communication. Understand technology. Learn sales. Learn business. Learn how investments work. Learn how to manage your emotions. And most importantly, learn patience. The internet makes success look instant. You see someone become successful and think it happened overnight. But you don't see the years of failure. You don't see the countless hours of learning. You don't see the mistakes. You don't see the sacrifices. You only see the final result. Real progress is usually quiet. $1 saved. One skill learned. One mistake corrected. One opportunity created. 1 year of discipline. Then another year. Then another. Eventually, those small actions become something powerful. Your life doesn't change because you suddenly become lucky. Your life changes because your decisions become better. So don't focus on becoming rich tomorrow. Focus on becoming better today. If you become more valuable every year, your opportunities can change. Your income can change. Your confidence can change. And eventually, your entire life can change. So remember the 6 levels. Survival. Illusion. Awakening. Leverage. Dominance. And untouchable. But don't become obsessed with the names. Focus on the next step. If you're struggling, build stability. If you're stable, build savings. If you're saving, build knowledge. If you're learning, build assets. If you're building wealth, protect it. And if you reach financial freedom, use that freedom wisely. Help the people you love. Build something meaningful. Control your time. Protect your peace. And never forget where you started. Because the ultimate goal was never simply to have more money. The ultimate goal was to have more control over your life. So when this video ends, don't just feel motivated. Do something. Look at your income. Look at your expenses. Look at your habits. Look at your skills. Then ask yourself, what is one thing I can change today that will make my financial life better 1 year from now? Find the answer. And take action. Because your future is not created by one giant decision. It is created by thousands of small decisions made consistently. When nobody is watching. When nobody is cheering. When you don't feel motivated. That's when discipline matters most. You don't need to climb all 6 levels today. You only need to take the next step. Keep learning.